Hello, y'all. Hello, everybody. Hey, it's Steve from Massachusetts.
Hello, Steve. Welcome. This is Leslie from Virginia.
Hello.
Hi, Leslie. Welcome. I just unlocked it. I'm in a conference.
Hey, hello. Hello.
Hello.
Hey, it's Elijah. I'm DC. Elijah from DC right now.
Elijah from DC.
What's up, y'all?
Hello, Jim Horrocks in Omaha.
Thanks, sir.
Hello. Welcome.
Hi, this is Rob from Kingman, Arizona.
Hello, Rob. Welcome.
Hello. Hello.
Good evening. That's from New York. Good evening. Hello. Good evening.
Good evening. Welcome.
Hello, Marvin Good from Baltimore,
Ashley, Massachusetts.
Kathy.
Hello there. Welcome.
Massachusetts.
Down from Massachusetts.
A lot of people from Massachusetts.
I'm not going to try it again. Welcome. Welcome to the call. Start it.
Farewell.
Hey, how's it going? I'm lying.
Hi. Hello?
Hello.
Hello. Welcome.
Hello.
Welcome to the call. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, I'm calling in for the Neotech.
Yes,
Welcome.
Welcome to the call.
We're going to get here in a minute.
You're here.
Hello.
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 Muted.
Hello.
Hello, Charlie.
Hello, Juanita. My name is Charlie Moore. I'm here with Juanita Heckel. This is the Frank R. Wallace Level 3 discovery call. Did I get everything in there?
I think you did, Charlie. You're doing good.
All right. I want to roll now. Watch out. Just like to welcome everybody here. Let's take just a few timeouts here to. We will talk about the summit a little bit. I know that you covered it on your call, Juanita, didn't you?
Well, I worked on covering it. Karen was there, and Kay was there, and Tommy was there. But I was getting my baggage so they did cover some, and I covered some. So, but not all of them know about Tuesday calls, so I think we can cover it, some of it.
Yeah.
Right?
We won't spend a lot of time, but just we did have it last week. We had about 50 people there. I think everybody learned from it. I think everybody had a good time. We had a lot of different new speakers. Juanita spoke for the first time. She had a presentation, and Karen did, and Brenda did, and all three did absolutely fantastic. I was proud of all three of you. I thought you all did very, very well. Each summit that we have, it's always like a different flavor. Mainly because there's different people there each year. There's not always all the same people. And then obviously the topics that we talk about, they're all different from each year. So this one had its own personality. I thought it came off very well. There was no hitches. I think everybody's presentation was really good. We had a lot of speakers, that's for sure. Must have had 10 speakers at least.
Yeah, I think at least 10 were there.
Yeah. But we did have a different format too, where everybody who spoke only had 20 minutes, except for the headline speaker. So that was different, but I think it was keeping everybody awake because every 20 minutes there was somebody new talking about something totally different than like the previous speaker. So I thought it went well. What did you get out of it, Juanita?
Oh, I got so much out of it. I didn't realize what it is to be in the shoes of like you, Charlie, and Sage, and be up there on the mic. It was very exhilarating, actually, because the ones that were there, it was just so connected. You knew you were in the sea of you. And everyone was putting in that effort to even make it roll even better. Sage was off the charts. His presentation just set the whole stage, and I got so much out of it. I thought it was more like a summit workshop, because there was a lot of learning involved there, and we all learned a lot. We learned a lot about the society, where it's going, about business, just how we're going to move the society, and the members that were there, they were just incredible, because they were all getting so much out of it. I didn't want to leave, for sure. I had even some of the challenges we had, with the room share. I was so proud of the members that we had a little tangle up, and even my room was very tangled up, and you just know in the AC world you can't trust people like you can in the sea of you, because we all power thought. Sage power thought with me, and we got it all worked out. We all came out all right, I think, Charlie. But it was just a great feeling of gratitude I had, because here, you think you have all your ducks in a row, and you think everything's going smooth, and then all of a sudden you get a tangle, and it was first I missed my plane, but I got there right on last week on this call, out in the rain, so I came in red hot, wet mess. That's what Sage called it, and the hotel, as we can tell in the AC world, the communication sources is down. But in NeoThink, we all communicate together, and I learned so much. And as Sage encouraged me through, and he had my back the whole time. You don't get that out in the AC world. So I was very proud of everyone that worked that room share with me and got everyone taken care of, and I'm sure everyone got taken care of, Charlie. But the event itself was off the charts. I have to say it was probably the best one, and the music wasn't there, like how we have in the past, but we didn't need it. There was so much going on that the whole day just went too fast. And if you want to add something, go ahead.
Hold on. There we go. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
There we
You there,
go.
Chuck?
Yeah, I'm here now.
You're loud and
Now I'm
clear
here.
now.
Okay. Uh-oh. I have an audience. Look out.
Watch out, we're listening.
Yeah, basically, we are going to change it around here a little bit. Let's, anybody who's on the call who was at this summit and would like to talk about it for a few minutes, hold on. I'm going to change this around to a
Q&A session has started. To ask your question, please press *6.
What you got out of it, what you were, if there was anything else that we could have done to make it better for you. I see a few names on here that was there, so just hit *6 and let's go to Rita. Hey, Rita.
Hi. Hi, Juanita. Hi, Charlie.
Hello.
Come on so quickly. No, I think the summit was awesome. It was really my first one, because in March when I first came out.
Well, they're talking about the summit that they had this last Saturday It was all day, and that's what they're referring to. It was $150 before August 14th or whatever, and it was $200 thereafter, and that's what they charge, $200. So by listening, you let me know what you think, whether or not you would have went to this event or not. I don't know what to take. They had 50 people, so if you add up the money there, that's that's a good chunk. It's not as big as what it could be if they would charge a reasonable price. But maybe they're money hungry or something. I don't know. But anyways, I'll let you listen in to hearing what other members say about the summit they had this past Saturday. And leave your comments below the link, okay? And by the way, if you're a new listener, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, and you can get all current, recent, and upcoming uploads, and you can be the first one to listen to them as soon as they're uploaded. Like this one tonight will be uploaded here in about an hour. All right, here we go back to the Frank R. Wallace Thursday evening call, and here is more on the summit, people that were there. Here we go.
Awesome. And I spoke to a lot of people that went up there after, that went up to talk to them, and they were really, every speaker there was awesome. They gave, they're part of their soul, part of what they are, what they believe in, and they shared it, which is difficult to do because everybody is used to being, let down and not believed. Everybody, everybody's used to being put down and in this anti-civilization world. Everybody is used to not being respected and not getting, the recognition that they need. And I think everybody there that spoke did get the recognition that they deserve. They really do, and all the hard work they put in. And I just commend everybody that spoke that day. I learned a lot from everybody. I'm an educator, so I better use that gift that I have, that education gift, and I've been an educator and a educational psychologist. So I take everything that people say. I really take it to heart because I believe that they're there for a good reason. Even the people in the anti-civilization world were, a lot of them were very nice actually. There were only a few, that were not good people or that not behaving. I shouldn't say they weren't good people. I'm sorry. I should say their behavior wasn't appropriate because of wherever they stood in time, wherever they were at that time and place. And they took away, like Frank Wallace and Mark Hamilton says, these neo-cheaters take away from you because they're envious and they're lacking. And I didn't see that, at the summit. I saw everybody sharing from their heart, from their mind, from their intellect, and I thought it was really awesome, and I can't wait till the next one. So.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Rita. Yes,
You're
it was
welcome.
a pleasure to see you again, and you're just blossoming. And I really enjoyed that you could make that event because I know that you're gonna. It's a growth that we get from it. I know I've been on cloud 9 all week long, and today I'm still trying to go. Okay, do I need to come down yet or calm down? So it's because you feel the love. It's the love. It's genuine, and we're all here to help each other grow. And Charlie, he's just he was so spot on with everything, and I just wanted to have more time with him. So I have to say that out loud because it was like, I know he gets drained from doing all this work, but I was like, oh, we need more days with Charlie. So it was a great time.
Yes, I second that. I agree. Definitely.
I don't know, Juanita. I think you're losing it, but anyway, thank you.
Yeah, I know. Well, I already lost it, but Okay.
All right. Well, thank you, Rita.
Really, thank you. No, it was really great to see you, Juanita, and you were really sparkling, not only from the outside, but from the inside. You really were.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I had to put those sparkles up for Charlie.
No,
yeah, thank you, Rita.
Thank you.
And Charlie, thank you for being so honest with everything. It really means a lot. I think you reach a lot of people. Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I think it's the Sage. Sage, is that you?
Charlie, Juanita, Rita.
Hey.
Hi. Hey.
Hi, Sage.
So good to hear you. Hi. So good to hear everybody. And I was wanting to get on this call, but I was in the habit of looking for the hotel information for the summit. And I was like, wait a minute, I don't need that today.
No, you don't need that today.
So it feels extra good that I don't need that stuff. It just, hearing you guys just makes me, it's like being in the awesomest movie that you've been waiting for so long, and you loved it. Maybe you didn't even know what to expect, and you saw it, and you just really loved so many pieces of it. And hearing you guys reflect that you had that same experience at the event is just so cool. We are all advancing, learning this stuff, and growing. And the emotional connection we all are developing, many people there, and new people that came, being in that environment is really, it's hard to find situations like that and create situations like that in life. And with the Neothink literature, the prime literature, how we all found it and then we found each other, it's so cool to live, have that real world that life experience that changes your life. And that is, I think, like you said, Juanita, the love, and Rita, the love that you feel there. That's what's put you on cloud nine. Besides the information, I got so much from Brenda, her speech, giving yourself permission and being a self-leader, really digging into some honesty there with how, we all get scared to give ourselves permission. Many times then it's just hearing it, it's like, you know what, I might be scared in this thing or that thing, but I should give myself permission and take charge because I'm not happy with the situation. And you got all that from her presentation, from the other speakers that had to get up and were doing the work. I think that rubs off on you, that courage that they're putting forth, doing, preparing for the summit and sharing information with everybody. Anna Iannacci overcoming resistance in her life. She's went into some really personal challenges she's had, and seeing telling in her way how Neothink and these techniques and her understanding of them has helped her rise on top of them. And to me, more courage and more confidence comes from that. Juanita, you're amazing. You're like blossoming and just becoming such an entertaining self-leader.
Oh, thank
so
you.
Cool.
I was very honored and humbled by it all. I was like, oh my gosh, what are they doing putting me up here in front of the microphone to say what? It was a challenge, but I did it, and I was happy the way it went. It was pretty amazing. I thought, am I breathing too hard? And Charlie, when you said, who's breathing too hard today, I thought about it. Am I on the mic the right way? Because I had no experience there. So.
Oh, I couldn't believe it. I didn't get that. You were making it so funny, but you just, it makes everybody feel comfortable. You're very comfortable in your skin, and it shows, and it gives us all, that comfortability with each other at the event. And I totally, that's just exuding off the stage and across the room with everybody, I felt.
Yes.
So it's just
We're crazy, Sage. We're all crazy.
Yes. And then and then we had the theme of the event, of craziness and in a the purpose. My next focus, because I was presenting on craziness and the common denominators I've been picking up for a long time now, but amazing creators, value creators in our history. They all were, called crazy, and we're crazy, and that's exactly where you want to be. But that was the theme, and I was just thinking next theme we'll go into how they did, those crazy people, they still, because they were crazy, they also followed through with a lot of responsibilities and all that boring stuff. But it wasn't exactly boring because they loved what they did. But as we know in Neothink DTC, it does apply. It does still apply, the discipline, thought, and control. Even when you're great, you're talented, and you love doing something, but sometimes you just, you get lazy or you get tired, and you just don't want to do it for a while. And though, Jack London, that Mark Hamilton writes about, he wrote thousands of words a day. He said 1,000, I think it was, every day. I have to write 1,000 words. He didn't feel like writing 1,000 words every day, but he had to push himself. And that's an example. It's a strong example that people, I think can grow from, and learn from doing that. Even when you find your Friday night essence, it takes some initiative and, some of the things like watching Juanita on stage, having a little fun, not being so serious at times. So it's very integrated, and these events with all that's going on, to me, it's building your integrations in an amazing way that I don't know if you can do it another way, because you have to be there, see these things, deal with the data flowing all over the place, people talking to you about different techniques and subjects in their life examples, and you're trying to also get your things done, get food in you at lunchtime if you're hungry, and integrating around that. And that's what a lot of successful, busy people also end up doing too. They live that lifestyle very often, and that's why I think that quote that a lot of people have heard comes where it's like those busy people regularly go to these types of events with like-minded people to grow. And that's it. But I've talked way too much over everybody else. But it's kind of like when it was over, I was like, man, that's how life should be. It should keep going on. And when we're back in the AC this week, to me, I'm just like, I have a coat of armor, and it wears away a little bit over time. You have to keep it up yourself, and you can. But those summits really keep you with a rock in your memory and mind and psyche and mentality that you're just sold. You're like, I don't want anything else. I just want to have that for the rest of my life. And I want to create that. And it's so powerful to do that. And that's what it's there for. And I can't wait for the next one myself.
I can't wait either, Sage. And I'm telling you, we were supposed to have fun. You said we were going to have fun and be crazy. So I had to make mine fun.
Absolutely. You off the charts. You made it fun for all of you. You made it fun for me.
Yeah, back to you. We got to have another one like that. But, we got to go off the charts crazy. Yes.
Yes. Only higher. Gooder and gooder.
Only higher. Gooder and gooder. That's right. Gooder and gooder.
That's it. Thank you, Sage.
Thank you, guys.
Oh. Brenda, hit *6. I hit the wrong button. I'm still in there with this.
Give yourself permission.
Yeah.
Come on.
Brenda, hit *6. In the meantime, we'll go to Kay.
Hi, Kay.
Larry had said that we would find ourselves to be, I don't remember his exact word, but we would be different people, meaning uplifted people. And when I came home Monday night, and it was Tuesday, I really did find myself to be a different person. I definitely was uplifted. Just being with Neo-Think people face to face in the way that we were is a very uplifting, and it gives us a very nice feeling about ourselves, because it is we look upon it as the civilization of the universe. And the education, if that's a word that I should use, is very stimulating. And also, I had my daughter-in-law, Catherine, there, and she is a very creative person, and she makes a lot of jewelry, which she had spread out on the table. And her comment was that the people were especially nice. She really was very comfortable among the people, and she found that she was able to sell enough of her jewelry that she was pleased with the results. I gave a presentation, and I was very well received. I got a lot of compliments, and people were really, it's a wonderful group to be with. And I found that there were people that came the year before that weren't there, and I think that they really missed a lot by not coming. On Tuesday's call that Charlie had asked about, I spoke about you, Sage, and your presentation, and if you recall, you had printed it out and handed it out to us, and I was talking about the things that you had brought out in your presentation, and I certainly was very happy to be there. And we had a group of us in the restaurant that were masterminding. We not only had the summit, but then there was the getting together in the restaurant. And then we had this cruise on the ship. And I found the extending it over to the ship it just was a wonderful ending for the event, and I really look forward to next year and being with the group. We did a lot of masterminding. It was a small group of us that were sitting together in the restaurant waiting for somebody named Sage to come and have dinner with us. And we spent quite a bit of time talking among ourselves about Neo-Think and about creating a better future for the world, and of course for ourselves as well. And that's what I have to say.
Thank you, Kay.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, we did mastermind, and Kay, I have to add, was our designated driver for. I think she gave us a ride into the ship we went on Sunday, and a ride into New York. So it was quite, and I was the director, but then I had to pass it on because we had a backseat driver, a navigator, I don't know, we had it all going on. But Kay went, I said, Kay, just when you get out of the car, just scream.
My son did everything he could to talk me into not taking my car. He wanted me to get a car service to take me back and forth to the Marriott. And I had agreed at one point, and then I decided I wanted to drive us to the ship. And in order for me to drive us to the ship, I had to have my car. And I not only took my car, I had no problems. I didn't run into any difficulties. And the drive to the ship was quite involved. Turn here and turn there and do this and do that. And I did scream. I don't know if anybody heard me. Did you hear me screaming when we got
I know you did a terrific, you were a terrific driver, and I would recommend you if you wanted to ever pick up rideshare for New York. I think it was just an amazing time with you, Kay. I thank you.
Yes, I thank everyone too. I had arranged in advance who would come with me in the car, and Juanita was the first person, and she was the one that said, "Oh, I have people." There were four. I had 4 places, plus myself, which was 5, and it worked out very nicely. It was better than taking Uber, wasn't it?
Oh yes, definitely. I know all about Uber. It was better than Uber. It was original. It was unique. I loved it.
I did too.
It made the whole weekend even. It was the topping of the cake, you might want to say.
Yes, yeah. And then we drove into Manhattan on Monday.
Yes, we did.
We had it all off.
Yes, we did.
Well, thank you, Kay.
Thank you, Kay.
Now let's go to Brenda.
Hey, you didn't get rid of me yet, Charlie?
Oh,
was
here
fine,
it is.
But you just kept coming back.
So this weekend, 2 words that I come up with right away is very soul lifting. It was, my soul is still like soaring, and it really did touch my soul. The speakers were awesome, and yes, they definitely picked it up, and you're crazy, so we just used and play with that all day, so that was a lot of fun. Karen did an awesome job. Juanita did an awesome job. I was later in the day, so I had to keep doing Kay's breathing techniques to keep my anxiety down from my fear. So I really kind of faced a fear. But went up there, I've seen me doing it like a gazillion times, and I knew in order to slow me down, I threw a mint in my mouth, so I'm not sure people realized I was, sucking on a mint at the same time. And I still didn't reach 20 minutes, but it was good with me. And, just being around everybody, seeing old friends, meeting new friends, I just, soul lifting. That's all I can say. It was a great time. Looking forward to seeing everybody again.
And you did a great job.
Yes, you did. You gave yourself permission. That was and you added the advantages into it. You added so much, Brenda. That was amazing. I didn't know you were sucking on a mint.
I had to.
But now I'll know that trick for me the next time.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. Yep.
Very good.
Such talent.
Yes, I'm telling you, Charlie. You know how to pick them. Oh my gosh.
Well, she's going to be the headliner next year.
Yes.
Now she's breathing heavy again. We win an hour and a half next year from you.
No way. I had a hard time. I kept adding to it because I knew I wasn't going to make 20 minutes. I'm not even sure I did 10, but I went up there.
You had to have more than 10, I think.
And threw some personal experiences in there, and it was fun.
No, you made it. It was very good, and Juanita was good, and Karen was good for all being the first time out, and it was excellent. Absolutely excellent stuff.
I have to say something, Charlie. It wasn't really my first time, but it was my first time solo because my first time was with Digger up there with me. Remember when we were going to do the bands? But this was my first time that I didn't have Digger only in my head.
Well, and what I forgot to mention was we decided to give out an award, which we usually do every year, but we haven't been doing it every year. But anyway, we had changed the award name to the Steve Digger Fagan Award. And then it came down to, and I couldn't decide, so 2 people got an award. They got the first annual Steve Digger Fagan Award, and that was Juanita, and it was also Karen. Both of them got it, and I think both of them deserved it, and I think they were happy that they got it. Were you?
Oh, yeah, that's what I've been on cloud 9. It's been like, oh my gosh, how did you pick me, Charlie? But you've been picking on me for 4 years, I think. So yeah, I was just very honored and to have such an award, and it's something that I'll carry with me forever. And everyone for you know me. For you, Charlie, for wanting me to have an award like that, because that means so much to me. And
the two of you, the reason that I picked the two of you, because the two of you helped me so much after Steve died. About coming on the calls and becoming mentors on these calls and all that. I mean, to me it was a no-brainer because of how smooth that transition was. That we made that transition rather smoothly, and it was wonderful for that to happen that way, because I think we needed to stay on course here, because everybody was in shock for months, and so
yes,
and then we did it. So that's what matters. And let's go, Brenda. Thank you.
Thank you, Brenda.
Coming up, raise your hand, and now let's go to the other three amigos. Let's go to Karen.
Hi, Karen.
Hi.
Hello.
I came to the house about 3 minutes ago. The whole weekend was amazing. I got there on Thursday. I left on Tuesday. The whole weekend was just phenomenal. Saturday, the changes that occurred in me and others, I just soared. I was as high as a kite all day. I actually found out that I was a leader. I had not embraced that, and as Cammie Bamey said in her speech, that we needed to embrace the fact that we are leaders, and so I have tried on that role and realized that that's what I've been doing all year. Had to actually face that. It was hard to face, but I did that. The new members that I got to know this year, there were a lot of new members, a lot of ones that I really didn't know that well, that I had seen before, and I got to know them a whole lot better. And, then I got to reconnect with others even deeper that I had known from this is my third meeting that we had, and I got the mastermind groups that we had, like Kay said, there were 5 of us that, just hung around together, basically Sunday and Sunday night and Monday, and we just had an awesome time. The discussions that we had were amazing. When you get like-minded people together and you start, that's just the synergy of talking, and one says something, and that sparks thoughts and ideas from another person, and it's amazing what you can come up with, and the conversations that you can have, and then the awesome adventures that we had. I would ride anywhere with Kay. She's amazing. She put up with all of us yelling at her on the way down there, and then we had enough sense to just have Eugene talk to her and then go back, and then going to Manhattan. But she was very calm. She did an excellent job, and it made it so much more fun. And then all of us sat together on the cruise, and and then I got to know a lot more people that I didn't know on the cruise. I got to know them a lot better. It was just an amazing weekend all the way around. I'm still trying to sort out everything that occurred and the changes. Whoa. Sorry. But I'm still trying to sort out all the changes that occurred and the things that are going on in my head right now. It's an amazing gathering of like-minded people, and the love, the whole thing is it will continue in my heart and in my soul. It will continue, you know, the momentum that you get from there will just make you soar. So, and not soar as in hurting, but soar as in flying. So that's what I have to say about it. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Karen. We're going to have to add Brenda's word soulistic. I like that, soulistic. It just touched your soul. You knew you were with your soulmates. You know, Mark Hamilton always talks about he's found his soulmates. Well, this definitely is like proof in the pudding. When we're together, we're all soulmates, and
yes.
And it's genuine and it's real. It's like Mark says, this is the real deal, and all we can do is make it better and better. Like Sage says, gooder and gooder. That's what we do, and to move forward. So to come to one of these events, it's like a super clubhouse, and just to meet face to face with another member of the society, that's where your growth starts, because, you know, we have the phone that we can connect with, the calls, with the literature, the prime literature, but to have that face-to-face and really know that by putting our minds together, we can overcome anything. The only place I've come in my life that I can be myself, and that self-love is practiced, and it shows, because I can be myself and open up, like Elaine said, let the butterflies flow, right? Let the butterflies flow.
Yeah.
So it was a weekend of that, and I know coming home, I'm like, oh man, I have to come home, and it seemed like the journey coming back was so long, but as soon as I got back, I was on the phone with all of my soulmates again. So like Charlie said on Tuesday, yeah, I couldn't wait to talk about it again, because that's part of sharing that with the ones that could not come, and to share it and feel that exhilaration by just talking about it, because it takes a lot of effort to put this together, and for the ones that came to get there, and so yes, we definitely had an amazing time. I call it more than fun. I think we had an off the charts time. I missed the members I've seen in the past. You know, Tim wasn't there. I missed Tim. I missed Steve LaValle, of course. But, you know, as it rolled, the day rolled, and like Charlie said, so many presenters up there, it just made it, it just rolled. You didn't really think about the music or anything, because the business was going on. The vendors were there, and just to have time for all of that, I thought the day went like in a flash. And I was there Thursday through Tuesday as well. And even though it's like the universe worked with me, like you said, I missed my plane by 20 seconds because I was at the wrong gate, so I had to take responsibility for that. But then, you know, I at least booked an airline that they jumped me on another plane. I went to Phoenix instead of Nashville, and I still made it there on time to help Charlie a bit with the call, not very much, and it just made it more exhilarating. And then and then Sage was there right with me in the phone to problem solve anything that was going on with the hotel. Like I said, we all had each other's backs. You don't get that here in the AC world.